southeast, and it literally takes minutes sometimes. And we will see whether or not this produces additional tornadic or a new tornadic activity. Not additional, but new. It's much closer to Chickasha. The important thing to know is that you folks in Chickasha are under a tornado warning. You need to be near that really safe spot. You need to be out of that mobile home. You need to go to that safe spot, whether that's across the street, just a short little distance down the road. You need to have done that already by now. You don't want to be in your mobile home, and you don't want to be near windows as well. Interior closet or bathroom, storm cellar, basement, safe room, all great. So far, F0, F1s, maybe a couple of F2s today. Let's go back to Bob Moore Chopper 4. And so John, we're looking at the original tornadic circulation right there. Is that correct?
That is correct, Mike. Just a moment ago, I told Travis, I said, would you look at that? Because the center part of it, it actually appeared that it was making contact again with the ground. It's pretty low. It's probably 100 feet above the ground, but it doesn't have the intensity to really spin up here. But there's, it's kind of, we have the two areas, as you can see on the right of the screen, and then kind of in the center that's actually, that's spinning. It looks like the centerpiece right now might be on the ground, and if it is, it's going to be weak. But, the rain is really lightened up here, and we're seeing a lot of rotation on the backside of it now. And it kind of appears with the naked eye that the whole thing, the whole base of it is actually slowly turning here, Mike, which kind of, which might break up a little bit of its structure here.
All right, now let's go ahead and, by the way, we're being simulcasted on the radio. It's early in the afternoon. There are a lot of folks in their cars. And we encourage you to go, stream our app as well. But KJ 103, 96.1 KXY, this is important. Radio might be not the brand new technology, but, radio can be some of the very best technology. Because when you're in your car, you get this crystal clear information. And they're broadcasting us live on many of these radio stations. It's the Clear Channel family. So this is a very important part of the warning process that has to be brought out, and you should use it. If you have the inclination to use it and it's convenient for you, you need to use this information. We broadcast it on the radio out and about 3:40 on a Wednesday afternoon. There are a lot of folks out running around doing errands and such, picking up kids from school in the metro. This is important information. So that is our family of radio partners, Clear Channel family, radio partners. They are simulcasting, in many cases, this information live on the radio. Okay, so what we have here, we have this continued circulation just southwest of Chickasha. We have the older circulation, which is just to the south of Verdon. The tornado warning for Caddo County has been allowed to expire. The tornado warning for Grady County continues. If this storm continues its current track, you're talking everybody up Highway 9, Middleburg, Blanchard, into the Norman-Newcastle area. And right now we're showing between golf ball and tennis ball size hail. There's been a lot of golf balls and some tennis balls with it, and tornadoes still possible at any time. Speaking of, let's go to Mark Dillard here live. Mark, what do you have?
Yes, Mike, I'm about 4 west of Chickasha on Highway 9, looking off to my south and west. You see this continuous evolution of this previous tornadic cell here. At times it will have a large bowl feature to it. At times it puts down, somewhat more well-defined funnels. And then sometimes, like it's doing right now, it's very ragged and kind of looks like it's breaking apart. All that is rotating underneath there, folks. We've got wrapping rain curtains around it as well. And we had a pretty good hailstorm just in front of it, Mike. I would say it lasted probably 10, 15 minutes, dropping quarters and up to golf balls on me. And I was just west of Verdon before I was able to let it pass and get back directly on the circulation center here. But this is going to be 4 west of Chickasha, back maybe just a hair back to the south. I would peg it basically, Mike, if you were to take Grand Avenue out to the west side of Chickasha is basically where it's located. I'm about 2.5 or 3 from it right now. As you're looking off, I'm looking back to my south and west from the west side of Chickasha. So, folks in Chickasha, stay alert, stay with us here. It can produce a more well-defined funnel and even a tornado at any time within the next 10 to 15 minutes. It's kind of going through a cycle phase now, Mike. But not to say we haven't watched it drop a tornado very quickly earlier as we were tracking about 45 minutes or an hour ago. Back to you, Mike.
Appreciate that. You just witnessed a funnel cloud 3 south of Verdon. That's what that was. That was from the original mesocyclone. That was a funnel 3 south of Verdon. May or may not touch ground as an F0, but it was really close. So, John, we had that funnel. We had it from the chopper here simultaneously. Over there, kind of the right-hand part of your screen right here. That dropped down really fast, and now it's kind of weakened and lifted back up. That's the original circulation, which is now exactly 3 due south of Verdon, barely in Grady County, coming out of Caddo County.
Yeah, it is, Mike. That you still have that little area of lowering right there. In front of it, you have a really big feeder band that's feeding into it, and Travis will keep panning to the left.
So this is continued evolution here of the supercell, which has produced at least 5 tornadoes this afternoon, beginning at about 2:17, 2:18 this afternoon, which was an hour and a half ago. And right now, we may have had almost an F0 about 3 south of Verdon. It's very close. There's at least a funnel cloud at the least. So the tornado warning continues. The new circulation just southwest of Chickasha has kind of leveled off. It hasn't really jumped up in intensity. So I wouldn't say that it's imminent that there's going to be a tornado there, but it is the mesocyclone to the southeast of the original mesocyclone which produced most of the tornadoes today. And it just produced a funnel cloud exactly 3 south of Verdon, barely into Grady County. So let's go back to Mark Dillard. We can take the chopper shot full. Mark, looks like that certainly lifted, but I still have some gate-to-gate shear right there, so we still could have tornadic activity.
Yes, Mike. I mean, this is by no means is it over just because we don't have a well-defined funnel. In fact, from what I'm looking at right now, it's more of an elongated funnel here. It might be kind of difficult to make out. Kind of an elongated funnel feature here, kind of white on top of the darker base of the wall cloud behind it. So it's more of a horizontal funnel right now, from what I can tell. Anyway, that's turning, and then you have the next feature that's more off to the left of the screen, which is a more ragged area. So if these turning horizontal features can get turned, more vertically, it could possibly drop something at any time. But we still need to stay alert, Chickasha. Well, I'm on the west side of town, probably about 3 west of Chickasha proper, looking off to my south and west from Highway 9. So we're right here with it, Mike, and if it becomes more well-organized, we're going to be right here to see it. Back to you.
Okay, right now it doesn't appear like we have any tornadoes on the ground. That's really good news. They are holding the students over at Chickasha at the elementary. Take the state's forecast out of there, please. Take the states out of that. They're holding the students at Chickasha until the danger has passed. That's the bottom line with the Chickasha schools. Tornado warning has been extended till 4:15, another 30 minutes for Grady County. That's brand new information as well. Funnel cloud 3 south of Verdon. Possible new circulation just southwest of Chickasha has not really ramped up. And there's also a bit of circulation down over Anadarko right now. And there's been a mesocyclone there as well. And the hail size here is between golf ball and small tennis balls. Let's go to Max 2. We'll give you an overview here, kind of broaden this out. One warning in effect right now. Do we have Reed Timmer and Mike Bennett on the Gentner? Because okay, good. We're going to talk about that coming up. Tornado watch till 9 in green. Tornado warning for Chickasha, Verdon for another 30 minutes or so. Here is the center of the storm just to the north of Chickasha with golf balls to tennis balls. And you see the motion. Here's Newcastle. Here's Moore. Here's Norman. We're talking about the 4:15 to 5:30, 5:45 time frame for the metro. There's not a tornado on the ground yet, or right now. But let's talk about these storms here. Let's go to Reed Timmer and Dominator 4 up here in Major County. Reed, supercells up in northwest Oklahoma as well. What do you have?
Yes, Mike, we're in Fairview right now looking east, and there's another cell to our south, due to the south of Fairview, that's really intensifying. And a wall cloud has just formed in the last 15 minutes underneath the updraft base, well east of Fairview. We have visual of it right now from Fairview. We're about to turn east on 58 and get a lot closer, but it's rapidly organizing here to the east of Fairview and the south to our south. So I wouldn't be surprised if these supercells evolve similarly as the one down west of Chickasha. So definitely intensifying rapidly, and we'll have visual wall cloud here in a few minutes.
You're holding. Okay. More buses, more Oklahoma, more school buses they're holding. we're passing this information along to you because all these things are important to every one of us. The school buses in Moore, they're holding the kids. The Moore school buses are holding. So they're holding the kids in Moore as well. That's the latest information that we just had concerning you folks in Moore. They are holding the school buses in Moore. Now, this has not produced a large violent tornado. Whether or not we have one,